Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. How to simplify decimals. Basics understanding of solving decimals in Qudrat. This is not 1.2 because some students just messed up. It's 2 multiply 0.1. Here I have one decimal place. What do I mean by one decimal place? After the decimal, I have one digit. So what is the product of 1 and 2? It's 2. And I wanted to put the decimal after one decimal place, so it's 0.2. Or I can multiply 2 by 1, 0.2. Just like this. But what if it's 2 multiply 0.02 multiply the 1 by 2, 0.02? 20 by 10, there is no decimals. I put down the zeros, 1, 2, and multiply 1 by 2. If you have one decimal place and you have 0, the 0 cancel the decimal place. So it's 1 by 2. If I have one decimal place and I have 1 0, the 0 cancel the one decimal place. So it's 1 by 2. If I have two decimal places and I have one only 0, you can choose one of two choices. 1 multiply 20 is 20, and you put the decimal after two places, or to cancel one place and 0.1 times 20 is 0.2. So 0.20 is the same as 0.2. Regarding question number 6, 0.2 multiplied by 4, 0.7, 0.2 multiply 0.4, 0.02 multiply, and we can notice that in all of these questions, it's 4 multiply 0.2, 4 multiply 0.2, 2 and 4, 2 and 4. So all the answers is 8, but the place of the decimal is a change. If I have one decimal place only, so the answer is one decimal place. If I have one decimal place and one decimal place, so the answer after two decimal places. If I have two decimal places and one decimal place, so the answer after three decimal places, and it's keep 8. If I have one decimal place and I have 0, so I don't have any decimal places. So the whole answer is 8, but the place of the decimal is changing. (0.1 times 0.1 times 0.1), we all clear that or agree that 1 by 1 by 1 is 1. But one decimal place, one decimal place, one decimal place, it's 3 decimal places. So the answer is 0.001. We said that if I have 0 and one decimal place, it cancels. So 1 times 1 is 1. So the answer is 0.2. In this question, you have one of two choices. To write it as 1 over 2 times 1 over 10, which is 1 over 20, or to write it as 0.5 times 0.1, which is 0.05, according to the question. By the way, 1 over 20 is the same as 0.05. 1 over 4 is 0.25 times 10. So all what you have to do is to move the decimal one place. So it's 2.5. 2 divided by 10, you can write it as 2 divided by 10. I prefer while you are solving قدرات، أنا بفضل وأنت بتحل القدرات إن أنت علامة الديفيجن تحولها فرانش. هيبقى الموضوع بالنسبة لك سهل خالص. يعني 2 over 10 هي 1 over 5 أو 0.2. مستر هشام يعني 0.2 دي حضرتك عايزني اخليها 0.2 divided by 10؟ طب وبعدين يا مستر هشام you can here multiply by 10 up, so you move the decimal one place, multiply by 10 down, so it's 100, which is 0.02. Or use a method that says what? When you divide it by 10, you move to the left. When you divide it by 10, you move to the left. So I move one decimal place. Or you can divide it up and down by 2, so it's 1 over 50. And we have said that before. Both of them, all the answers are right. So divided by 10, I will move the decimal to the right one decimal place. So it's 0.002. So you can choose to solve it as a fraction, to solve it as a decimal. The important is to get the right answer through 1 minute. Through 1 minute. One of the students prefer to write this as 8 over 10 divided 2 over 10 and solve it as a fraction. 8 over 10 multiply 10 over 2, cancel 8 divided by 2 is 4. And it's right. Another student said that if I have one decimal place and one decimal place, so I only divided 8 by 2. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. So you have solve it by fraction, you have to solve it by decimal, it's okay, both of them are right. So this one, you want to write it at 8 over 100, divided 2 over 10, which is 8 over 100, multiply 10 over 2, cancel the 0, divided by 2 is 1, divided by 2 is 4, so it's 4 over 10, which is 0.4. Or you have two decimal place and you have one decimal place, so the answer after only one decimal place. Again, 8 over 10 divided 2 over 100, which is 8 over 10, multiply 100 over 2, cancel the 0, divided by 2, so it's a 40. Mr. Sham, why I don't have a decimal here? Because when you have one decimal place divided two decimal places, you don't have a decimal place. 0.16 divided by 2, you can write it as 16 over 100, multiply 1 over 2, which is 8 over 100, which is 0.08. Whatever the method that you are solving, the important that you can reach 0.08. 0.16 divided 0.2. You can rewrite it as 16 over 100 times 2 over 10, which is 10 over 2. Keep it, change flip, cancel the 0. Divided by 2 is 1, divided by 2 is 8. So it's 8 over 10, which is 0.8. If you have two decimal places, divided two decimal places, it means that the answer, there is no decimal places. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. If you have two decimal places, divided two decimal places, it means that you ignore the decimal. It's 16 divided by 2. Now, what is 1 minus 0.1? 0.9. What is 0.9 minus 0.01? It's the same as 0.90 minus 0.01, which is 0.89. 0.89. 90 minus 1 is 89. 90 minus 1 is 89. 24. 7 is a whole number. 3 in the second decimal place, so it's here. 4 in the first decimal place. 4 in the third decimal place. So the answer is 7.434. Number 25. 1 over 10, 1 over 10, 1 over 10. So it's 3 over 10, which can be written as 1.3. Or 1 plus 0.1 plus 0.1 plus 0.1 is 1.3. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, regarding integer operation, and I mean by operation is the addition, subtraction, division, and the multiplication of integers. integers are the whole number, positive and negative, including the zeros. Question number 1, 2 minus 5. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. Why? Because 5 is greater than 2. But in question number 2, negative multiply negative, I should change it to positive first, and 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. Number 3, positive by negative is negative, so it's the same as question number 1, which is equal to negative 3. When I am adding two negative numbers, I put down the negative and I add 5 and 2. And by the way, question number 4 is the same as number 5. Negative 2 and negative 5 is negative 7. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Negative 2, negative 3, negative 5. Since all the numbers are negative, I put down the negative. And 2 plus 3 plus 5 is 10. So the answer is negative 10. Right. What is 2 minus 3? 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 5 is equal to positive 4. Here, I should multiply first, then I add to 2. So it's 2 plus 15, which is equal to 17. Here, I should multiply first, then I subtract the 2. So it's equal to 30. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. 5 times 3, because I should do the multiplication first, is 15. So it's 2 plus 15 minus 4. Then I add 17 minus 4 is equal to 13. Here I will start by division. So 9 divided 3 is 3. And I do the multiplication. 3 times 3 is 9. So 3 plus 9 is equal to 12. I should finish what inside the bracket? So negative 5 to the power of 2, which is equal negative 5 multiply negative 5 is equal to 25. And you should notice that if you have negative and the power is even, the answer is always positive. So regarding 13, if you have negative and the power is odd, the answer is negative. And 3 power 3 is 27. So the answer is negative 27. Negative 27. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. 2 power 2 is 4 plus 2 power 3 is 8. So the answer is 12. The common mistake in this part that students 2 power 2 plus 2 power 3 write it as 2 power 5. This is wrong. 2 power 2 plus 3 power 2 is 4 plus 9, which is equal to 13. Last one, 1 minus 1 power 2 is 1 minus 1 power 3 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0, so the final answer is negative 1.